daily horoscope analysis for Cancer on April 20, 2025. Dear Cancer, as we look at the celestial blueprint for April 20, 2025, we find ourselves deep in Taurus season, bringing earthy, stabilizing energy that creates an interesting contrast with your naturally watery, emotional nature. On this particular Sunday, the cosmic energies create a unique landscape for you to navigate. The sun shines brightly in Taurus, illuminating your 11th house of social connections, community involvement, and long-term aspirations. This placement emphasizes the importance of your friend circle and support network today. You might find yourself drawn to group activities or considering how your personal goals align with broader social concerns. There's a strong desire to belong while still maintaining your protective shell, a classic Cancer dilemma that feels particularly pronounced today. Your ruling celestial body, the moon, forms a significant angle with Neptune on this day, heightening your already impressive intuitive abilities. Dreams from the previous night might carry important messages, and you may experience moments of profound emotional clarity throughout the day. Pay attention to these subtle insights. They're your cosmic guidance system working overtime. Mercury, positioned in Aries, creates a dynamic energy in your 10th house of career and public recognition. This placement suggests important communications related to your professional life. Perhaps an unexpected email brings news about a project, or a conversation with an authority figure helps clarify your career direction. Your communication style today carries more assertiveness than usual. Use this bold energy wisely to advocate for yourself in professional settings. Venus, dwelling in Taurus alongside the Sun, brings a particularly pleasant influence to your social sphere. Friendships feel especially nurturing, and there's potential for meaningful connections if you attend gatherings or community events. This Venus placement also suggests financial opportunities might come through your network. Keep your antennae up for suggestions or introductions that could lead to material benefit. Mars in Gemini activates your 12th house of the subconscious, spiritual matters, and hidden things. This creates an interesting dynamic where you might feel torn between social engagement and a need for retreat. Your energy might fluctuate throughout the day, with moments of inspired action followed by a desire for solitude. Honor this rhythm rather than fighting it. Some of your most productive work could happen during quiet, reflective moments. Jupiter in Gemini also influences this 12th house sector, suggesting spiritual growth through intellectual exploration. You might find yourself drawn to books, podcasts, or conversations that expand your understanding of life's mysteries. This Jupiter placement also protects you in subtle ways, perhaps by keeping certain challenging truths hidden until you're ready to face them. Saturn, continuing its journey through Pisces, forms a harmonious trine with your sun sign. This provides structural support for your emotional nature, helping you build meaningful boundaries without becoming overly rigid. There's a mature energy that helps you take responsibility for your feelings without being overwhelmed by them, a valuable skill for a sensitive Cancer. Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term residence in your social sector, bringing unexpected connections and perhaps some disruption to group dynamics. A friend might surprise you with an unusual invitation or perspective that challenges your thinking in productive ways. Neptune in Aries influences your career house, bringing both inspiration and potential confusion to professional matters. While creative ideas flow easily, be careful about seeing situations clearly. Double-check facts before making important decisions, particularly regarding your public image or career direction. Pluto, having recently moved into Aquarius, creates a transformative energy in your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, and psychological depths. This suggests profound changes in how you handle finances with others, or perhaps an evolution in a close emotional or physical relationship. This transformation doesn't happen in a single day, but you might notice important developments in these areas on April 20th. The North Node in Aries pulls you toward greater career visibility and achievement, while the South Node in Libra suggests releasing patterns of excessive compromise or indecision in partnerships. This nodal axis encourages you to step more confidently into leadership roles while maintaining healthy relationships, a balancing act that feels particularly relevant today. For April 20th specifically, I noticed the moon makes a significant aspect to Jupiter, expanding your emotional responses and potentially bringing a stroke of luck or optimism to your day. This connection increases your natural generosity and might create opportunities to nurture others in meaningful ways, always a fulfilling experience for compassionate Cancer. In terms of practical guidance for the day, morning hours are best for social activities and networking, while afternoon energy shifts toward more introspective pursuits. Physical activity, particularly near water, would help balance your emotional energy and provide clarity if decisions need to be made. Regarding health, pay particular attention to digestive wellness today. The Taurus influence can sometimes slow digestion, and your sign's sensitivity might manifest as stomach tension if emotions aren't properly processed. Hydration and mindful eating will serve you well. In relationships, this is an excellent day for strengthening bonds with friends rather than focusing on romantic or family matters. The 11th house emphasis suggests group harmony and finding your place within various social circles. If romantically involved, consider how your partnership fits into your broader social life and shared goals. Financially, the day supports collaborative ventures and investments that involve trusted allies. Solo financial decisions might benefit from waiting a few days, when lunar energy shifts to favor more independent action. Your intuition serves as your greatest guide today, Cancer. The cosmic weather supports your natural gift for emotional intelligence while providing enough grounding to prevent overwhelm. Navigate the day with awareness of both your sensitivity and strength. They're truly two sides of the same celestial coin. As the sun sets on April 20th, take a moment to reflect on connections made and insights gained. The stars suggest this day contains important pieces of a larger pattern unfolding in your life throughout 2025, a year that asks you to balance private emotional depth with more public expressions of your unique gifts. Trust the process, dear Cancer, and know that your intuitive wisdom lights the way forward. For Cancer on April 20th, 2025, the planetary positions create a fascinating cosmic landscape. The moon, your ruling celestial body, finds itself in the structured sign of Capricorn, creating an axis of tension across your relationship house. This opposition to your sign asks you to balance your natural nurturing tendencies with pragmatic relationship demands. The moon's position in your 7th house highlights important one-on-one interactions today, whether romantic, business, or personal. You may feel a stronger than usual pull between your need for emotional security and others' expectations of you. The sun sits at 0 degrees Taurus, having just entered this grounded earth sign, illuminating your 10th house of career and public reputation. This solar position brings warmth and vitality to professional matters, highlighting leadership opportunities and putting you in a more visible position among peers and superiors. Mercury, the communication planet, is also in Taurus, reinforcing thoughtful, deliberate communication in professional settings. Your words carry more weight than usual, particularly with authority figures and in public forums. Venus dances through Gemini in your 12th house of spirituality and hidden matters, creating a curious dynamic where love and beauty express themselves through dreams, meditation, or private moments of connection. This placement suggests finding joy in solitude or exploring spiritual dimensions of relationships. Mars, the action planet, is positioned in fiery Leo in your 2nd house of resources and values. This energetic placement activates financial matters, potentially triggering new income streams or expenses. You may feel a stronger drive to assert your worth or make significant purchases that reflect your values. Jupiter continues its expansive journey through Gemini, blessing your 12th house of spiritual growth and unconscious patterns. This benefic giant is helping you release old emotional baggage and psychological limitations that have been holding you back. Pay attention to dreams and intuitive flashes today, as Jupiter amplifies these subtle messages. Saturn, the taskmaster, remains in Pisces in your ninth house of higher knowledge and belief systems. This position continues to restructure your philosophical outlook and educational pursuits, perhaps through challenges that test your faith or worldview. It's a time of serious contemplation about life's bigger questions. Uranus in Gemini forms an interesting aspect to your Cancer planets, bringing unexpected insights and communications from your subconscious mind. Intuitive breakthroughs may occur suddenly, shifting your perspective on deeply personal matters. Neptune glides through the early degrees of Aries in your 10th house, creating a misty veil around career objectives and public image. While this can create confusion about professional direction, it also infuses your work with greater creativity, compassion, and spiritual purpose. Try to distinguish between divine inspiration and wishful thinking in career matters today. Pluto, now firmly established in Aquarius, occupies your 8th house of shared resources, transformation, and intimate bonds. This powerful placement continues a long-term restructuring of financial connections with others, including investments, debts, taxes, and inheritances. Power dynamics in close relationships may surface today, revealing deeper psychological patterns. Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries forms a challenging square to your sun sign, potentially triggering sensitive areas related to career recognition and parental relationships. This aspect offers healing opportunities if you're willing to acknowledge where you feel inadequate in public roles. The North Node in Pisces in your 9th house suggests your evolutionary path involves developing faith, expanding consciousness, and embracing a more fluid understanding of truth. Today's lunar position creates a productive sextile with this nodal point, offering practical steps toward spiritual growth. The most significant aspect pattern today involves a T-square between the Capricorn moon, your Cancer natal energies, and Mars in Libra. This creates tension that demands resolution through balanced action. You may feel pulled between emotional self-protection, relationship demands, and financial considerations. The key is finding equilibrium rather than reacting from insecurity. For Cancer specifically, today's planetary weather emphasizes the dance between public and private life, with professional matters receiving cosmic highlights while deeper emotional and spiritual dimensions operate beneath the surface. Your natural sensitivity serves as an asset when approached with the maturity that Saturn's influence provides. Cancer. On April 20, 2025, your communication landscape undergoes a fascinating transformation as the moon, your ruling celestial body, transitions through Libra, creating a harmonious trine with Mercury in Gemini. This planetary alignment opens exceptional channels for diplomatic discussions and heartfelt conversations. You'll notice your words carrying more weight and emotional resonance today, particularly when expressing your deeper feelings and insights. The Libra moon softens your typically protective communication style, allowing you to present your thoughts with both grace and conviction. There's a natural eloquence in your speech pattern today that others will find magnetic. When you speak, people will genuinely listen. This isn't just about charisma, it's about the authentic emotional intelligence that infuses your words. The Mercury moon trine empowers you to bridge gaps between head and heart, a rare skill that makes you an excellent mediator for any family or workplace tensions. Venus forms a supportive sextile to your sign, enhancing your ability to charm and persuade through gentle, thoughtful communication rather than forceful arguments. Notice how your intuition guides your word choices today. There's cosmic wisdom flowing through your conversational style. For creative Cancers, this is an exceptional day for writing, journaling, or any form of artistic expression that involves communicating emotions. Your normally private thoughts find beautiful forms of expression. Social media posts and written communications carry extra impact. Choose your words thoughtfully as they'll resonate more deeply than usual. While Jupiter amplifies your voice in group settings, be mindful of Saturn's square to Mercury, which could occasionally make you second-guess your words. Trust your initial instincts in conversation. They're cosmically supported today. Digital communications flow especially well before 3 p.m., making morning and early afternoon ideal for important emails, texts, or virtual meetings. Pay attention to nonverbal cues around 5 p.m. when Neptune's influence increases sensitivity to unspoken messages. Your empathetic nature allows you to read between the lines of what others are saying. Listen for what remains unspoken. Your intuitive gifts are heightened. For Cancers in professional settings, this alignment supports presentations, pitches, and collaborative brainstorming sessions. Your ideas carry emotional intelligence that others find compelling. In personal relationships, vulnerabilities shared today create profound connections. Express feelings you've been hesitant to reveal. The cosmic atmosphere supports emotional disclosure. Be aware that, as Uranus aspects your communication sector, conversations may take unexpected turns, revealing surprising insights. Remain flexible and open to sudden inspirational thoughts. Tonight, as the moon begins engaging with Pluto, your conversations have transformative potential. Deep discussions about shared resources, intimate feelings, or mutual goals can lead to meaningful breakthroughs. Physical expressions of affection also serve as important communication today. Sometimes actions truly speak louder than words. Your body language reveals more than you might realize. For Cancers seeking to heal past miscommunications, today offers a window for reconciliation through honest, compassionate dialogue. The stars support closure and new beginnings in how you express yourself to those who matter most. Cancer, April 20th, 2025, brings a fascinating financial landscape for you as the sun settles comfortably in Taurus, activating your 11th house of networks, long-term goals, and group resources. This placement naturally enhances your financial intuition, particularly when it comes to collaborative ventures and shared investments. The moon in practical Virgo forms a supportive trine to your sun sign, creating an emotional balance that helps you make level-headed financial decisions today. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, forms a favorable aspect to your ruling celestial body. The moon, suggesting unexpected financial windfalls, may come through networks you've established over the past 6 months. This isn't random luck, it's the universe recognizing the emotional labor and care you've invested in building authentic relationships. A particularly noteworthy aspect today is Mercury in Aries forming a square to Pluto in your 8th house of shared resources and investments. This creates tension around financial communications, but also offers transformative potential. You might receive news about a joint financial matter that initially causes concern, but ultimately leads to beneficial restructuring. Be prepared to discuss deep financial matters, particularly those involving loans, taxes, inheritances, or shared business interests. Venus, currently transiting through your career sector, forms a harmonious trine to Saturn in your house of resources today. This powerful alignment suggests that a professional relationship or project you've been nurturing with patience could finally yield tangible financial rewards. Authority figures may take notice of your contributions, potentially leading to monetary recognition or advancement opportunities with long-term financial benefits. Mars, activating your domestic sector, encourages you to look at home-based income opportunities or to reassess expenses related to your living situation. Perhaps a side business operated from home could generate additional income streams, or refinancing property might improve your cash flow situation. The planetary energy supports making your domestic space work harder for your financial well-being. Neptune's placement continues to influence your 9th house of expansion and higher learning, suggesting that investments in education, particularly in creative or spiritual fields, could eventually translate to financial gain. However, with Neptune's foggy qualities, ensure you're seeing these opportunities clearly and not through rose-colored glasses. Uranus, the planet of sudden changes, forms a challenging aspect to your money sector today, indicating potential for unexpected expenses or surprising financial news. While this energy can feel destabilizing, it often shakes loose outdated financial patterns that no longer serve you. Remain flexible and view any financial surprises as redirections rather than roadblocks. The asteroid Pallas, Athena, in your second house of personal resources, highlights your strategic financial intelligence today. You have an enhanced ability to see patterns in financial markets or to develop innovative approaches to increasing your income. This is an excellent day for financial planning, particularly strategies that leverage your natural intuitive abilities with practical implementation steps. For Cancer entrepreneurs and business owners, today's alignment between Mercury and Jupiter creates exceptional conditions for pitching financial proposals or seeking funding for expansion. Your ability to communicate your vision while demonstrating emotional intelligence about others' needs creates a compelling case for financial backing. Regarding investments, the stars suggest focusing on sectors related to home, food, nourishment, and emotional well-being, all areas where Cancer naturally excels. Companies that provide essential services, particularly those with a family or care component, align well with today's energy for you. Be cautious with speculative investments today, particularly if they involve foreign markets or unfamiliar territories. While the Jupiter influence encourages expansion, Neptune's position suggests potential confusion around international financial opportunities. Get second opinions before committing resources to ventures that feel too good to be true. Your financial intuition is heightened today, particularly around noon when the moon forms a perfect trine to Neptune. Pay attention to subtle feelings about money matters. Your subconscious is processing financial information that your conscious mind might miss. Trust that inner knowing, especially when it comes to timing of purchases or investments. In terms of budgeting, today's energy supports revisiting your financial foundations. Take time to assess recurring expenses and consider where emotional spending might be draining resources that could be directed toward more fulfilling long-term goals. The Cancer tendency to seek security through accumulation might be challenged today, offering growth through thoughtful release of what no longer serves your highest good. Career decisions made today could have significant financial implications in approximately 6 months when the sun activates the opposite point in your chart. Consider how choices now align with your vision for financial stability in the final quarter of 2025. The seeds planted now have strong potential for harvest later in the year. On April 20, 2025, Cancer finds themselves in a uniquely favorable position regarding several key life areas. The sun in practical Taurus forms a harmonious trine to your emotional nature, creating a strong foundation for prosperity and growth. Today's fortunate areas revolve around home, emotional well-being, financial security, and intuitive ventures. With the moon, your ruling celestial body, aligned with abundant Jupiter, your nurturing qualities are especially powerful and can lead to unexpected rewards. Venus in a water sign amplifies your natural charm and magnetism, attracting both material and emotional abundance with unusual ease. Your home environment emerges as your primary fortunate zone today. Any activities related to beautification, organization, or creating comfort in your living space will yield significant emotional and potentially financial returns. Consider rearranging furniture, starting a home improvement project, or simply creating a cozy space for reflection. These activities align perfectly with today's beneficial energies. The southwestern corner of your home carries particular fortune. Placing meaningful objects or spending time there amplifies positive vibrations. Objects with emotional significance act as fortune anchors today. Family heirlooms, sentimental gifts, or items that evoke positive memories create energetic centers of prosperity when positioned mindfully in your space. Water-related activities also carry special fortune. Whether it's a visit to a lake, swimming, taking a restorative bath, or simply increasing your water intake, Connecting with your ruling element brings clarity and emotional balance. The cosmic energy supports healing through water today. Consider a purification ritual or simply setting intentions while near water. Salt water holds particular significance. Ocean visits, salt baths, or even salt lamps activate purifying energies that clear the way for good fortune to enter. Financially, intuitive investments show promise. Your natural instinct for timing is heightened, making this an excellent day to review financial plans or consider opportunities that have emotional significance. Trust your gut feelings about resources and investments, as they're likely to guide you toward growth. Areas involving food services, real estate, antiques, or family businesses receive particularly favorable energy today. If you're involved in these sectors, watch for unexpected opportunities. Financial decisions that factor in emotional well-being rather than just logical analysis will lead to the most fortunate outcomes. Consider how money choices make you feel. Security and peace indicate alignment with your fortune path. Nurturing connections with family members, especially maternal figures or children, brings unexpected blessings. A conversation with a family member might reveal information that proves valuable to your personal growth or leads to a fortunate opportunity. Ancestral connections are especially potent today. Time spent honoring your lineage or exploring family traditions could unlock surprising fortune. Healing family patterns serves as a powerful fortune activator. When you break a generational cycle through conscious awareness, you create space for new blessings to enter not just your life, but your entire family system. For Cancer on April 20, 2025, your social landscape is illuminated by a fascinating planetary configuration. The moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a harmonious trine with Venus in Pisces, creating a day rich with emotional connection and intuitive understanding between you and those closest to you. This alignment brings a tender, compassionate quality to your interactions, making it an ideal day for heart-to-heart conversations and strengthening emotional bonds. Jupiter's position in Gemini activates your 12th house of subconscious patterns and hidden matters, suggesting that some social connections may reveal deeper meanings than initially apparent. Pay attention to seemingly casual conversations that might unexpectedly touch on profound topics or bring revelations about yourself or others. With Mercury stationed in Taurus, communication takes on a deliberate, thoughtful quality. You may find yourself speaking with more intention than usual, carefully choosing words that reflect your true feelings. This planetary position supports authentic expression, particularly when discussing matters of security and emotional needs, topics you Cancers hold close to your heart. The Sun in Taurus illuminates your 11th house of friendships and community, putting a spotlight on your wider social circle. You might feel drawn to group activities or community events where you can nurture multiple relationships simultaneously. There's a productive energy around collaborative efforts today, making it an excellent time to join forces with others toward a common goal. Mars in Capricorn forms a challenging opposition to your sign, creating an interesting dynamic in one-on-one relationships. While this might create some tension with authority figures or partners, it also generates the necessary friction for growth and honest exchange. Don't shy away from respectful disagreement. It may lead to stronger mutual understanding. Saturn's journey through Pisces influences your 9th house of expansion and higher learning, suggesting that connections with people from different cultural backgrounds or intellectual traditions could prove especially meaningful today. You might find wisdom through conversations with mentors or those whose life experiences differ significantly from your own. Uranus in Gemini brings unexpected social developments, possibly in the form of surprising communications or spontaneous gatherings. Stay open to last-minute invitations or unusual social configurations. These unexpected connections could introduce fresh perspectives that enrich your life in unforeseen ways. Neptune in Aries influences your career and public reputation sector, which indirectly affects your social connections, particularly in professional settings. Be mindful that others may project certain qualities onto you today, perhaps seeing you as more assertive or pioneering than you feel. This can create interesting opportunities for leadership, but also requires clear communication about your actual intentions and boundaries. Pluto, having recently entered Aquarius, is transforming your eighth house of shared resources and intimate bonds. This transit suggests that today may bring moments where power dynamics in close relationships come into focus. You might notice subtle shifts in how you and others navigate vulnerability, trust, and emotional intimacy. These observations can provide valuable insights for the evolution of your most significant relationships. The North Node in Pisces encourages growth through compassionate connection and spiritual attunement to others. On this particular day, you may feel especially drawn to people who share your sensitive, nurturing nature and who appreciate the depth of your emotional wisdom. Following this nodal influence leads to fulfilling relationships that support your authentic self-expression. Venus in Pisces creates a particularly favorable day for heart-centered connections. Your natural empathy is enhanced, making it easier to understand others' emotional needs and respond with appropriate care. This placement benefits all relationships, but adds special warmth to romantic partnerships and close friendships where emotional attunement matters most. In your family relationships, the Moon-Venus trine suggests healing energies are available if there have been recent tensions. Your intuitive understanding of relatives' unspoken feelings helps you navigate potentially sensitive topics with grace. Family gatherings, or even brief check-ins with loved ones, carry meaningful emotional resonance today. Workplace connections benefit from your enhanced diplomatic skills under this planetary configuration. Colleagues may seek your input on matters requiring emotional intelligence or conflict resolution. Your natural ability to create psychological safety for others shines in professional settings, potentially strengthening team cohesion and collaboration. Friendships receive beneficial energy from the Sun in your 11th house. Existing connections may deepen through shared experiences or meaningful conversations. New acquaintances encountered today have potential to develop into lasting relationships, particularly if you meet through group activities aligned with your values or interests. For Cancers in dating scenarios, this day's astrology suggests authenticity will be your greatest asset. Rather than presenting an idealized version of yourself, allowing potential partners to see your genuine emotional nature, including your sensitivities, creates the foundation for meaningful connection. The Venus-Moon aspect supports romantic encounters characterized by mutual understanding rather than superficial attraction. Social media interactions carry more emotional weight than usual under today's astrology. You might find yourself drawn to share more personal content or engage more deeply with others' expressions online. Digital communications can feel surprisingly fulfilling if approached with the same intentionality you bring to in-person connections. The placement of Chiron in Aries in your 10th house suggests that vulnerability around professional or public identity might emerge in social settings today. If conversations turn to career aspirations or achievements, you may notice unexpected emotional responses within yourself. These reactions offer valuable information about healing opportunities related to recognition and success. As you navigate various social situations throughout the day, Ceres in Virgo emphasizes the nurturing aspects of practical assistance. You may find that helping others with tangible needs, whether offering advice, resources, or hands-on support, creates particularly meaningful bonds today. Your natural caregiving tendencies are highlighted and appreciated. For those Cancers engaged in community organizing or volunteer work, today's planetary alignments are especially supportive. Your emotional investment in collective well-being resonates strongly with the day's energies, potentially attracting like-minded individuals who share your compassionate approach to social issues. Regarding challenging relationship dynamics, the Mars opposition suggests being mindful of defensive reactions when you feel your emotional security is threatened. While you're protected